What is up, YouTube? Hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you happen to be tuning in. You join me once again. I literally was vlogging yesterday and I had to keep reminding myself to restart this vlog, but you join me for some fucking high days, which I'm so excited for. So if you watched the last vlog that I put up on Monday, you will have seen that I had a rough few days. I was not feeling my very best. Weight was kind of trending up. I was feeling pretty fucked. Overall, I was hungry, then I was a bit nauseous. So the plan of action for today and tomorrow is to just let my body chill a little bit, which is definitely so fucking needed. So high days going in today and tomorrow, both days, 325 carb, no cardio, and I am just excited to eat. I definitely feel so much better today already. So yesterday was a rest day and I did normal food but no cardio, and I did a sauna, I got a sports massage, had a bath. It was a very chill day and I feel like it did me the world of good. I came back down to my low weight of 130.7 this morning, and even my pictures, I look better already. I look fresher. I was even having issues yesterday posing, like I couldn't hold my midsection in quite right. I couldn't breathe quite right. So I don't know if I was like a little bit sick or what the story was, because I felt absolutely fine, but there was definitely something weird digestive wise going on. But yeah, I feel a lot better today. I'm hungry. I'm ready for food. You will have seen I had my coconut milk latte this morning. It was so good. So good. Honestly, it really is the little things when you're in prep. Like I obviously, when I'm in off season, will have that every morning and I always love it, but man, do you appreciate it more when most mornings you're having black coffee. So yeah, that was a nice little treat and I'm excited for my latte tomorrow. But plan of action for today is eat. I'm going to train glutes and hamstrings. I'm actually training with one of my clients who's in Marbella for the weekend, but I'm not going to film today's session. I'm actually going to film tomorrow. I'm going to film my upper day because I have never shown my upper day on this channel before, and I thought it would be interesting to give an insight into how I train upper for wellness, where basically my goal is to just maintain my size, not really trying to drive too much growth. You know, like I look quite small right now, but when I have a pump and stuff like that, you know, it's big enough, and we really just want to maintain that so that my lower body continues to be dominant. So I'll take you through that tomorrow, give you some cues and insights into how I set up that session, how I perform the different exercises, because I'm conscious that I'm just always training legs, which is fine because that's what I do, because I am a wellness girl, but still. So yeah, the vibes are good today. The sun is out. I've just been on a walk. Did some editing this morning. Christian was happy with the check-in. It's all good. So today I did film this high day like the first time I ran it. I'm doing it a bit differently today just because I have been a little bit full the last few days. I want to not go for like the super high volume foods this time around. So I'm going to show you guys how I set that up. So let's go and make breakfast, meal number 1, and then we're going to head to the gym. Yay! Meal number 1 is going in, same as it was in my previous high days. So it is my usual breakfast, which is 230 grams of egg whites, 150 grams of tomatoes, a bagel, 20 grams of peanut butter, 14 grams of jam. And then my kind of addition is 120 grams of banana. So that's an extra 25 grams of carbs. So, you know, going into the session, I'm not expecting to feel like so fucking full off of that. And I think that's something important to mention when it comes to high days. Like, yes, they will impact your training performance, but you're not going to get back to like peak off-season feeling of training, right? It's just a little bit of a boost. But still, even placebo-wise, it will fucking get me through. And I'm really, really excited to dig into this because I'm a hungry gal and it's gonna be fucking delicious. Okay, so we're gonna get this in, and then it's actually only 20 to 10, and then I'm meeting my client at 11, so it's good. I'm not in a rush. I want to put some makeup on and make myself look pretty. So I'm gonna eat this, and then I will catch you guys. I'll probably take you guys through my supplements and my pre-workout. Before I train, I always like show myself watching stuff on the screen. I always like to watch YouTube. I will usually watch like someone doing something like the session that I'm about to do. So obviously I'm training legs, so I'll watch someone training legs. Obviously I train legs 4 days a week, so I'm always like just hoping that someone I follow is gonna have posted a leg day video, or I just try and like search ones. But yeah, I'd love to know if there's any like YouTubers or anything that you guys love, especially like I like wellness girls, but then sometimes, if I'm being honest, sometimes when I watch them train, I'm like, God, you train like not very well. And then it just makes me sad because I see them doing like I don't know, this sounds mean, obviously they're training hard, but like like if I trained like that, I'd have no muscle, you know what I mean? But that's just genetics, baby. That is just genetics. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna find something to watch and then I will pick you guys back up in a minute. Samson is not on a high day, but he's just on his normal day of food. He has also been taking everything off the table, so my house is now officially not safe. It is not puppy safe because he just steals things and he gets the zoomies. He's such a zoomy boy. We call this thing Derek because Derek Lunsford and he's Samson. Samson versus Derek. But yeah, that's why, like, to be fair, he doesn't take the shit under the table, but everything on top of the table he loves to take. He just has a lot of energy, don't you, puppy? Don't you? It just looks so good. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Also, side note, but like, these are the best types of bananas. And I will die on this hill. If I get bananas and they're in any way green, fuck off. And I know they have more resistant starch, but actually bananas like this are a bit better if you're trying to get like higher carbohydrates and sugars in, because they as they ripen, they do have more like sugar. But still, I just don't know how people eat like hard green bananas. Ugh. Disgusting. Team spotty banana always. I'm losing my mind. So I'm just gonna take you guys through my supplements and my intra workout bits and bobs. So first of all, in terms of supplements, so every single day I do my omegas. So I take 3 of these. And then I also do Support Max from Strom. So I've just started taking this again because I'm going back on anabolics in a week. So this is just like a general like liver, kidney support, which is really important if you are taking any sort of anabolic steroids. So just to like give my liver a boost before then, I've started taking those. So that's the kind of main supplements I take. And then I also take creatine every... I better grab that, otherwise he's gonna eat it. I also take creatine every single day. But when I am training, I put that in my pre-workout because dry scooping it is not the one. So don't take anything. Then intra-workout, I always just do EAAs. So I have the Trained by JP EAAs. I did lose the scoop for them. Oh no, I'm gonna weigh them out. I lost the scoop, so I have to use a spoon. So I just do like 10 grams of this, which is the serving. That's fine. Also, guys, when we moved into this house came like fully furnished and fully kitted out. Like all of the glasses, bowls, plates were here. But one of the best things that they had was these funnels. I was like, they must have known we were coming because I need those for when I'm making my intra workout, because there's nothing worse than trying to get it in the bottle without a funnel and then you're like, oh, it's just spilling everywhere. I mean, I still usually end up spilling it, but anyway. Then I'm doing defib, This is my favorite pre-workout. It is definitely on the intense side. Like I think in a scoop, actually there's only 200 milligrams of caffeine in a scoop. It feels like there's more. It's pretty fucking hefty. So I just do like about a scoop of that. I do take pre-workouts most days. Right now, in off season, I try not to. And then creatine. So that's my pre, and then I also take the H Labs Ride On. This is like, it's a pump. I find with most pump pre-workouts that you like drink, I just hate the consistency. They're always really bitty, I think because of the glycerol. So I like this because they're just capsules. This is really handy for show day because again, you don't have to like drink anything. So there you go. Sick. Okay, that's all my subs. Good. That's all my supplements that I take. Like I don't really take a lot, to be honest. Again, I don't really think any supplements are completely necessary. Things like EAAs. Samson, stop eating your pissy pad. Samson. It's not pissy. He hasn't peed on it yet. Samson, stop. Stop ripping it up. Do you have to rip everything up? Samson, no. I see what you're trying to do. But yeah, things like EAAs, not a necessity, but they might give you like a 1% benefit when you're training. And for me, it's worth it. I have the income to pay for these things, so I'm gonna include them. I really like these ones, the Berry Burst. I also got the Sarah Watermelon ones, so I'm excited. My supplements cupboard is like very stocked up at the minute, which we love. Okay, I'm gonna fill these all up and then I'm gonna head to the gym. Also, I did put on some makeup, so I feel really pretty. I don't feel like a prep goblin anymore. We are back from the gym, glutes and hamstrings, with my client Rosa. It was a very good session. Always nice to train with clients. She's actually doing our Marbella photo shoot in September, so it was really, really nice to spend some time with her. I was fucking starving by the end of it though. I was like, I need to get home and eat. It just ended up taking a bit longer because, you know, you're like chatting in the middle and stuff like that. So it's 1:45 now and I'm just having meal 2. And I'm very grateful to be hungry because, yeah, I'm hoping I'm going to be hungry throughout the whole day. But same as last time, we have 100 grams of Cocoa Pops, 100 grams banana, 30 grams of whey, isolate, strawberry cream. So I am going to chow down on this and then get back to a little bit of work and just enjoy the rest of my Sunday. So I'm not going to yap too much because honestly, I just want to fucking eat. And I just don't have the brain capacity to chalk anymore. Did take some post-workout shots, sent them to Christian. Still waiting to hear back from him, but I'm sure nothing's going to change and I'm sure he'll be happy with them. I was pretty happy with them too. Always humbling taking off your clothes in the middle of the gym. I'll film me doing my in-person check-in or my post-workout check-in tomorrow. Anyway, I'm going to eat now. So I am just out for a little walk with my man. We're on the beach. We're kind of playing with the ball. Just had my, oh no, I just finished editing that YouTube video. So I'm just having a walk before my next meal because this is one of the best things you can do for digestion. All right, if you have any sort of digestive issues, before you start thinking about what food you're eating or the supplements you're taking,
look at your activity levels, because just going for a little walk after a meal is going to promote insulin sensitivity and regulate your blood sugar and just get you feeling better. So on a high day especially, I'll like go on more walks but just shorter. So I'll just be out for like 20 minutes, do a little bit of movement, spend some time with my boy, with my son, so that by the time I get to my next meal I'm actually somewhat hungry. It's also a beautiful fucking day, so I'm getting some tanning in. And yeah, I just want this day to be like chill and nice. But if you're just like sitting there all day eating and not moving, you're just gonna feel so fucking full and bloated and distended, which is no bueno. So I want today to be a day where I actually feel good. So that's what we are doing. He's so funny. So yeah, little digestion tip. Go on walks. It's free. It's literally free. Don't spend all your money on fucking AG1 if you're not gonna go and walk after your meals. Okay. Thank you.
Next meal. I've been excited for this. So on my last refeed, I did like potatoes and chicken, and I just found after the potatoes, I was like, no, too stuffed. So I've returned to a good old off-season favorite, which is the wraps with barbecue sauce, chicken. Well, actually it's turkey today because there was no chicken in the shop. Almond butter and pineapple. Like wraps just digest so easy for me, and yeah, I just know this is going to go down really, really well. I love my own cooking so much. So anyway, I'm gonna enjoy this, gonna dig into this, and then I'll probably go on another little walk before my dinner. Just make sure everything's like ready. Obviously it's Sunday today, so I've just been kind of like doing the laundry, just making sure the house is all good before we start another week, make sure everything's all good in terms of work, and also just make sure that I'm relaxing, because I like to go into a Monday strong and like ready to attack it, which I know that I'm going to tomorrow. I feel so much better today, guys. I have to say, digestion wise, everything feels good. I just feel so much more alive. So by Tuesday, I'm gonna be fucking ready to rock back to digging. Let's do a little taste test first. I was smashing these in my off season. If you haven't already watched any of my off season full day eatings, they're way more fun than the prep ones. Way more fun. Like lots of really good, delicious recipes in there. So that fucking slaps. I'm just such a good cook. Honestly, I know I said this before, post-show, I'm not excited to go out to eat, I'm just excited to make my own food. Fuck! What a fucking recipe. 10 out of 10. Dinner time. I've been excited. I've been excited for this. So it's so fucking simple. Steak, rice, some veggies. Like I mentioned, the last holidays I did like egg noodles and it was just way too much and I was way too full. So rice is something that's a lot lower volume. It's so much easier to get in, but it's funny because this is 85 grams. Samson, stop, sit. This is 85 grams of cooked weight rice. And in my off season, I was doing like 120 grams. And I'm looking at this thinking, this is so much. Again, I've said this before, your stomach capacity in a prep just goes down so much. But yeah, so I did 85 grams of rice. I did my steak. I've just done 100 grams of veggies. Normally I would do 150 grams, but I'm trying to keep veggies a bit lower today because full. So I've done peas and broccoli. So the peas are obviously a bit lower volume too. And then my usual 50 grams of kimchi and then some sugar-free teriyaki sauce. So it smells delish. Honestly, like rice, like just rice. Like why is just rice so delicious? Everything is so delicious. So I'm gonna eat this. I did go on another little walk just to, again, digest. And then I just have one more meal. So I'm buzzing. I feel, again, no digestive issues today. I don't feel that kind of same like pain, sick feeling I was feeling the last few days, even with more food. So that's a positive sign that my body is happy, which is the main thing. And I'm already like excited to get back to digging, which is good. Like that's what we want from these days, is to be ready to push again. So yeah, let's dig into this. Final meal of the day. Greek yogurt, strawberries, granola. So I've done 40 grams of granola. That's like my extra in this meal. And then I just have 10 grams of peanut butter, just because normally I would do 20, but the granola has 10 grams of fat in it. So just to account for that. So before in my holidays, I was doing the Weetabix cheesecake last meal, but I love it. Like the thing is, I love that meal, but it was just way too much because I do have my last two meals kind of close-ish together. And I don't want to be going to bed like feeling like, you know, absolutely stuffed. So this should be a little bit easier to get down. Granola is just like chef's kiss. So I'm very excited for this. Gonna watch the Pretty Little Liars and then I'm gonna head to bed. So I will catch you guys in the morning. And like I said, I'll take you through tomorrow, take you through my upper day. Tomorrow's just like work day. Mondays are a big check-in day. I don't think I've ever vlogged on a Monday, have I? Maybe not. So there's a first time for everything. So I will catch you guys tomorrow. It's been a good week. It's been a very good week. All right, I am fucking happy with this week's check-in. I have to say, first of all, we're down what, like 3 pounds on average, which is a bit fucking mental. Like we're pretty much what, 8 pounds down now in the last 5 weeks, which is really, really good going, especially considering we did have like a holiday in there. You know, we had some time at home. It's just been a really, really successful diet so far. all that to say, it's been a fucking great week, okay? So, no real wins, just stuck to it. That's what I expect, which is great. Progressing weights and reps and training, so that's cool, and that's really good. And again, like, your training has already improved so much. There's still little things that we can improve. I know you said, like, that's one thing, like, implementing form feedback. So, you've already, you know, I know you said, like, you've been, like, writing down the notes. So just before all your sets, just review it. And something I would recommend too is, like, if you film, say, your last warm-up set, that will, like, cue you mentally to be like, okay, what are the things I need to think about here going into my working set, okay? But your training has improved a lot, right? It's only, like, minor things that we can still keep working on. But at the end of the day, there's always going to be things we can improve in training, right? Like, there's always going to be small little 1% improvements that we can make. There's no such thing as a perfect set. I always say that, and it's true, right? That you're never going to nail it fully, and that's why I love bodybuilding, because there is always these just, like, little things that we can improve. All right, happy Monday. It's high days, day 2. As you guys will have seen this morning, I did drop weight and hit a new low of 130.5, which I had a feeling that was going to happen. I think at this point I just know my body, and I know what it needs, which is good. Like, it's good for me as an athlete to be aware of that. And I think now, like, guys, I feel so much better today. Was really happy with pictures. Christian was super happy as well. But I think now that I'm out the other side of last week, I can really see that I was fucked. Like, I was really in a hole, and I didn't even want to admit it to myself, let alone, like, admit it to Christian, because I think there is that aspect of me that I don't like to complain, and I don't want it to sound like I don't want to do the hard work, because I will do the fucking hard work. But yeah, my body was definitely crying out for a little bit of a reset, and, like, now I'm just feeling so motivated to get back to digging tomorrow and just really get, like, this last bit of fat off and just really bring my physique in for stage. But yeah, it's just crazy, the difference. Like, I just feel like a new woman. So did my check-ins this morning, had a really productive morning of check-ins. Mondays are always great. The team is smashing it. Got a few girls who are starting prep or on prep or just about to start prep, which is really exciting for me, because, like, I'm obviously in it right now, and I can really talk to them from this place of, like, I know exactly what you're about to go through, and it just feels so visceral for me. So I love that, and I'm so excited. Like, a lot of them, I've got 3 girls in the PCA first timers in September, which I can't wait for. It's gonna be so good. And yeah, it's just all very exciting. So that's great. Went on a walk, had my brekkie. Same, like, I didn't, like, I'm not really gonna show the meals today, because, like, it's the exact same. I'm gonna do the exact same as yesterday. Much happier with how I approached food yesterday. I was full by the end of the day, but not, like, digestion was fine. I wasn't, like, grossly distended. So I think I did a really good job with, like, how I chose my meals and how I selected them. So it's just going to be more of the same today. But I'm just sitting outside the gym, and I'm about to go in and hit upper body. So I'm going to take you guys through the session and show you what it looks like to train upper body as a wellness athlete who is not trying to grow it and just kind of trying to maintain it and keep it the same. It's a very short session, but I will probably do a voiceover talking you through some of the cues for the exercise that I'm doing, just to give you guys a bit of an idea as to, like, how you can do them. So yeah, without further ado, let's go and train. I did just have my my pump pre. I have the Conte Mega Pump. I'm not gonna lie, guys, it's disgusting. Like, there's one thing about me, I'm not gonna lie, and it's just, like, when you're drinking it, it's like, it's so, like, bitty and thick. It's disgusting. I'm not even going to finish it, because I actually can't, like, no. Ugh, disgusting. So, going to train. That I have to do pictures for Christian, so I'll show you guys me taking my clothes off in the middle of the gym, which is always fun. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this very short upper body workout. Hi guys, welcome to my upper body session
as a wellness girly who's not really trying to build her upper body a whole lot and really just focusing on maintaining the size that I have. So as you will see, I'm just getting started with my session with a warm up. Now, it is nothing too extravagant. You don't need a fucking 30-minute warm-up routine, okay? You don't need to be spending ages before your session getting into it, but equally you don't want to just walk into the gym and go straight into your working weights. You want to take your time. So you'll see here, all I do is a couple of kind of banded dislocations, which is like the bringing the band over my head. I do some banded external rotations as well. And then you'll see here, I'm doing a kind of mobility drill. It's like an external rotation mobility drill. So the reason that I am doing this is I have very weak lower traps. And I realized this because I was really struggling with my posing. I couldn't really turn to the right and keep my arm down. And I've also noticed just with training for ages now, my right shoulder would always drop forward, especially in things like RDLs. I would really struggle to stabilize my scapula down and keep that depressed. It would always end up elevating. I thought I had like a tight pec. And then my mother, who is a physio, was looking at me over Christmas and she was like, girl, you have the weakest fucking lower traps I've ever seen. Like, this is a 1 kilo dumbbell and I can just about do 12 to 15 reps of these external rotations. So it's weak. So I have been working on it. I do this before most of my upper body, well, every upper body day, and then also a few of my other sessions, just to help with both my training, but also my posing as well. Like, when we talk about mobility, it's not just going to affect how you train. It is also going to affect your ability to get into positions, especially with wellness or bikini figure, any of them. There's a lot of twisting, especially in the side poses. So making sure you can access all of those ranges is very important. But my goal of my warm-ups is to get blood into the muscles, get the joints in positions where they can, or get the joints able to be in the positions they need to be in for their training. So you'll see here, it's super simple. I do this, then I do some cable pullovers. I do also do some dumbbell lateral raises as well. And then I just get into my first exercise. I start with a lighter weight and I work my way up to my working weight. So again, you don't need to do these excessively long warm-up routines. You don't need to stretch, foam roll, I don't fucking know what else. Like, if I'm training lower body, all I do is go in, I do some like hip mobility drills, like really quick. I do some banded squats and kickbacks. And then say if it's, you know, a day that I'm starting with something like leg extensions, I'll start with a light weight of leg extensions and I'll do feeder sets up to my working weight. So as I increase the weight, I'll drop the amount of reps that I'm doing. So my last warm-up set might be like 2 reps, right? So you want to make sure that the muscle and your nervous system are ready to train and that the joints can get into the right positions and ranges of motion, but you don't want to waste your energy either, okay? Like, you don't want to be getting to your first set fucking gassed out because you spent so long warming up, and also just be bored because you've been there so fucking long. So first exercise that we have is a single arm lat pull down. So this is an exercise that you can set this up in a few different ways. And I think the main thing you need to do is find what feels best for you. For me, I like to sit on the bench, but have my non-working arm pushing against the bench to keep my body super stable. You can also do this lying against the bench. So like prone on the bench. I personally don't love that variation. Sometimes I feel like the cable gets caught. It's just a bit awkward. So this is my preferred way of doing it. You'll see have my torso slightly angled away. So this just means I can pull like directly like in line with the cable. So main things here is when you're training lats, the best grip position to have is a neutral / semi-supinated grip. So what a lot of people think is like, oh, like a lat pull down's overhand. I'm gonna pull like this. That's not really lats. Yeah, it's a bit lats. It's actually a lot more upper back and traps. So when we drive the elbows out, we are actually hitting like these muscles up here, right? Whereas if we want to hit the lats, which run down here, we want to be thinking about shoulder flexion and extension. And then we want to think about driving the elbow in and down to the back pocket. So it's like this sort of a motion, not this, okay? So you'll see here, that's exactly what I'm doing. I really do think about leading with my elbow. So I don't really think about pulling. You don't want to think about yanking or pulling on whatever implement you're using. You want to think about your hand is just like an extension of the cable, and it's all being led with the elbow as you drive that in to your back hip. Like, that is what I'm thinking about here. So I maintain that position. I'm not like twisting my hand as I come up or anything like that. I'm staying in that very slightly supinated position and driving that elbow into the back pocket. Always use straps with any pulling movement that you're doing. I mean, I use straps for fucking everything, but especially any pull downs, rows, anything like that. One thing here you'll see is I'm allowing myself to get a stretch on the lat, but not allowing my shoulder blade to fully come out of position. Because what's going to happen here is, let's say you let the arm come up and you come all the way up here. Now you've lost tension on the lat and it's kind of been displaced into those upper trap rear delts. To pull it back into position, you have to use those muscles before you use the lats. So keep it on the lats. Don't come all the way up, but get a good stretch. I did just show you that clip there. Basically, if you're doing any sort of a cable exercise and the jump is too big from one weight to the next, you can hook a micro plate onto the pin. I just wanted to show you guys that because it's helpful. All right. Because we all know the cable lat raises are humbling. They're humbling. Like I can literally do like the fucking first level here with a 2.5 kilo. But next up I have a kind of lying cable lateral raise. I do these lying on the floor because there's only one bench outside in this gym and usually someone is using it like they were today. So this is just my preferred way. So main things I'm thinking about here is in the bottom position, I have my hands kind of facing each other and I really think about just bringing them sort of in front of my body and out. So I'm kind of thinking about bringing my hands to the corners of the room here. I'm letting them come all the way in. With the cables, these are going to be really difficult in the bottom in that lengthened position, which is good because we know that there's a greater propensity for hypertrophy if we can put tension on the muscle in that lengthened position. That's also where the delt is strongest, whereas when we come up to the top here, that's actually where the delt is weakest, so you want less tension there. All right, you see I have the cable kind of set up so that when I come up to the top, those cables are straight, right? They're in line. And yeah, I don't really think there's any other cues that I can talk about here. I think that's kind of it. Drive the elbows out to the corners of the room. This is just my favorite variation personally. I don't get any trap involvement here because I'm lying down. Whereas if I use dumbbells, I always just end up, it's fucking trap city, bitch. Like you'll see in the next clip my fucking traps, right? So we don't need to, anything I can do to minimize trap involvement, I will. Again, I think from this angle, you can sort of see the way that I'm bringing my arms sort of like in front of the body and then also up and out. Next up, we have some rear delts. So I love a cable reverse fly. The reverse pec deck in this gym is also shit. So I like to do this variation instead. I set the cables at around eye level here. And what I'm really thinking about is driving my hand out and slightly down. The reason for this is our rear delts, they're kind of like on a bit of an angle, like we'll say like they're sort of like this. So we want to pull in that same direction. Okay, so we don't want to pull directly out. We want to pull out and slightly down. So that's kind of like that's why I have them set up this way. I think that's kind of the only cues I can give here. Like, you want to let the hands come in like as close together. Actually, like I let my hands cross over the top here. Again, getting tension on the rear delts in that lengthened position, which is quite hard to do on something like a pec deck because most of them don't come in that far. This is humbling, this exercise. You can see here I'm literally doing like the lightest fucking weight again, plus 2.5 kilos. They are difficult, but you know, I think for every like bikini wellness especially, like you don't need a huge upper body, but having good rear delts, especially in the back pose, it looks good, so you want to have them. Next up, we have pullovers. So all I do for lats in the week is 2 sets of pullovers, 2 sets of pull downs, because I have enough lats, right? You know, for wellness from my figure days. If you want your waist to look smaller, yes, having lats is really, really important, but I don't want my lats to be overpowering. Again, my lower body has to be dominant. I like pullovers because I can really just get a good connection with my lats. So main things I think about here is I keep a slight bend in the arm, as you can see. We don't want this to turn into a tricep push down, which is what I see a lot. People start it as a pullover and then it turns into a push down at the end. Keep that slight bend in the elbow and really just think about arcing your elbows back and in. Okay, again, like I said with the pull down, we're really thinking about elbows in the whole way. So I have my hands, they're neutral to semi-supinated, and I'm really just thinking about arcing those back towards me in that motion and really getting a good squeeze in my lats here. Again, this is quite hard in the kind of lengthened position. That's why I stand so far away from the cable as well. And yeah, I rate this exercise, but that's actually all the lats that I do. But if you want, like I said, a smaller looking waist, train your fucking lats. And then finally, this is literally the whole session. You're probably like, what the fuck? Single arm cable lateral raises. Again, a very firm favorite of mine. So cues here, set the cable at knee height. This is going to mean that we have that kind of tension on the delt in that lengthened position. And then it's dropping off as we get to the top where the delt is weaker. So the resistance profile of this exercise matches the strength profile of the delt. I really think about here, like, dragging my knuckles out along the floor. So instead of thinking about like up, I'm thinking about like drag out along the floor, and the arm is coming slightly in front of the body as well. And that's pretty much it for my upper body day. So as you can see, it's not too exciting, and I don't really take anything to failure because I don't need to. I literally do the same weights every fucking week, and I don't even track this session. But I hope you've picked up some cues there for like your upper body days and your upper body exercises, and I hope you've enjoyed. And yeah, let's get into the rest of the video.
I'm back from the gym, back from that upper session, which went well. Again, like it's one of those things, I do the same numbers every week, so it's not like I'm like, oh yeah, hit loads of PBs, but hopefully you guys did learn a little bit from how I kind of structure the workout and how I do the different exercises. My memory card was running out as I was getting towards the end of the session, so I was like having to take really short clips, which was annoying because I wanted to get some more footage of me like posing and doing my check-in, but it is what it is. Christian was happy with the look, which is the main thing. And like, even I took some pictures in the changing room after, like in my gym clothes, and I was like, I look insane, like vascular, full. It's gonna look fucking crazy when drugs go back in, not gonna lie, which I am, like I said many times, excited for. And music to my ears, but Christian did say that we're actually not gonna put cardio back in. We're just gonna see like how my body responds without cardio, just deficit for the next few weeks, because like my legs have come so back to life from these last 3 days of no cardio, and you know, we're ahead, you know, at the end of the day. Like I have time on my side if it ends up that we need to put it back in. But you know, as you get deeper and deeper into prep and your recovery gets worse and worse, like for me, training legs as much as I do and doing steps and then 45 minutes of cardio a day on the stairs, now that I am so lean, it is just quite a lot to recover from. So yeah, we're just going to experiment with that. But that was nice. Like that's going to give me so much time in the morning. It means I can just go out for walks in the morning outside every morning, which I'm just so excited for. So yeah, I'm buzzing, really happy and excited to see how I look now over the next couple of days. But I'm just having my post-workouts, same as yesterday. Cocoa Pops, banana, protein shake, and then it's going to be back to check-ins. We are back at the desk. I did just have my third meal. It was the same as yesterday, the tacos. They were so fucking good. Honestly, I just make the best food. No cap, no shade, as the kids say. I just cook good fucking food. One thing I have like noticed, which I'm really happy with, is even on these high days when I'm eating. So like say in my last prep, I remember when I would have high days, I would just have that feeling of like, oh my God, I just want to keep eating. Like, and it would give me a bit of like worry for post-show. Whereas right now, I loved that food. It was really nice, but I don't have that feeling of like, oh, I just want to eat more and more. Like I'm so fucking satisfied with how I feel after eating a meal, which is good. That's what we want, okay? We want some kind of like good hunger signaling going into post-show. Obviously, it's different post-show because the goal isn't there anymore, but it is nice to just like feel satisfied and be like, okay, that was delicious, now back to normal. But anyway, I have a call now with my marketing manager, and then I have another call later with a new client. I did do some steps. I went on a little digestion walk before my meal just to make sure that, you know, I would actually be hungry. I've got all my check-ins done for the day as well, so I just have some like admin bits to do. And I already mentioned about the no cardio. I think I did, yeah. I'm still really, really happy about that, as you can tell. But I am just going to hop on this call now, and then I'll probably pick you guys back up at dinner. Probably won't vlog a whole lot more today. I will probably like do some in the morning tomorrow and just talk you through like the post-high day, how we're looking, and what the plan of action is for the week, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to get my food dropped tomorrow, which I'm excited by, to be honest. Like, now that I'm refreshed and ready to go, I'm like, okay, yeah, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. And it's dinner time. Oh, I'm so excited for this. I've been hungry today, not gonna lie, which is good. It shows my body is using food well, so it'll be interesting to see what my weight is tomorrow. But had my call with my marketing manager, did a few more work bits, went on a walk, another walk with Mr. Sampson. It's so nice today. It's like 20 degrees. Oh,
I love the weather. The weather in like April, May is just perfect, which is good because I'm getting married in April next year. So I'm very conscious that like I want to make sure the weather is good when we get married, because sometimes it rains in April. So fingers fucking crossed. But I'm going to eat this, I'm going to watch some Pretty Little Liars, and then I have a call at 7, and then it's chill for the evening. Perfect. And then it's ready to get back digging tomorrow. And I'm just about to hop on a call with a new client, and then I'm going to have my last meal, and then I'm going to go to bed. So always love chatting to girls joining the team. Quick plug for if you are ever interested in coaching. All the links are down below. I literally have like 2 spaces left. And then my books are closed until I'm done competing. Exciting. Anyway, gonna hop on here, and then it's chill for the rest of the evening. It's been a long day, but love Mondays. They're always busy, but always my favorite day of the week. And it is Tuesday. Refeeds are done and we are back to normal. And you guys will have seen I did hit a new low this morning, which I kind of had a feeling was going to happen. So it was only 0.1 pounds down, but still I ate like over double my usual carbs, and yeah, body weight came down. I actually woke up at like 3 o'clock starving again. Definitely been a hungry morning, but I feel so much better, you guys, and I'm so fucking ready to get back to digging. So obviously, like we discussed yesterday, cardio is out, so it was lovely this morning. I did do a few steps on the walking pad just to get ahead. Then I took Samson for a walk on the beach, which was so nice. One thing I am going to have to like figure out my routine is when I'm going to like stretch and do my vacuums, because I was obviously doing that after cardio. So I don't know when I'm going to do it. Anyway, I'll figure that one out. And yeah, I was fully expecting changes to be made today. Like I was ready for no carbs. I even said to Christian, I was like, take all my carbs if you need. And he was like, why would I do that? You've literally dropped weight after eating like fucking 650 grams of carbs. So food is staying the same for the next few days. And obviously, you know, with me checking in every day, like we really are just keeping a close eye on things. But this is where like having a coach is so important, because if I was coaching myself, like I would probably be on 0 carbs right now and probably doing 90 minutes cardio a day and looking shit. Whereas obviously from doing less and eating more, I look a lot better. And now it's just time to just dig and get these last bits of fat off my body, and I'm ready. And I know, like, you know, the end of a prep, like that's when your physique changes the most. Like the leaner you are, every fucking pound that comes off is a huge visual shift. So I'm excited. Like I know the kind of main areas that still need to come off. Like I can still, like my legs can be leaner, kind of like around my sides, like, because just when I'm in my side poses there's like some skin folds there that I'm like, go away. But these will all come with time, and obviously it's party time this weekend, so that should be good. I am ready. So anyway, I am going to love you and leave you here. I'm just about to head and do my quad day. It's going to be a good fucking quad day because I have carbs in me. I haven't done cardio today. Guys, it's about to be fucking lit. That's what we want. So thank you so much for watching the video. Of course, I hope you guys have enjoyed it. As always, don't forget to subscribe, give it a like, give it a comment. Tell me if there's anything you guys want to see. And I will catch you in the next video. Bye.